First Chronicle chapter 21. If you are born again, read. Want to go? Stop. Who was he against? So Satan stood up against Israel. Satan wasn't happy with what God was doing with Israel. He wanted them destroyed. He wanted to kill people in Israel. He stood up. But Israel is a covenant people. They have covenant of preservation with God. They have covenant of mercy. They have different kinds of covenant with God. But he stood up against Israel. How can I find occasion to strike these people? What did he do? Find another translation. Let us know the meaning of provoke. Because you use it when you are angry. Don't provoke me. So provocation is not only is not a negative word. Provoke means to stir up, to influence, to make someone. He said, and incited David, the man after God's heart. How can Satan be able to provoke a man after God's heart? Incite a man that loves God. And this is not that David is saying, I love God. It's God that is giving the testimony that David loves me. And yes, Satan can smuggle things into his heart. And he will be executing it, thinking that he's doing something good. But he's doing the job of Satan. That was what Satan did when he came to the wilderness to tempt Jesus. He said, you are hungry. There is no food. No elewa, no bread. There is stones. And if you are the son of God, you have creative power. Turn the stone into bread. The problem I've always told you is not doing that. Is obeying Satan. That means you're going to be doing it at the provocation of Satan, at the incitement of Satan. Not the miracle. Is whose voice did you obey? When you did that miracle, it was Satan's voice. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number what? Israel. When David was taking that action, he didn't know it wasn't coming from him. Verse 2. And David said to Joab, to the rulers of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it. He doesn't even want to do anything with it. Now, if you had met David in the palace that day, would he know where this instruction is coming from? He's giving out instruction. Go and conduct census. He doesn't know where the source of it. Verse 3. And Joab answered, the Lord makes his people 100 times so much more as they be. But my Lord the king, are they not all my Lord's people? Why then does my Lord require this thing? Why will he be a cause of trespass to what? So even Joab knew that census is not bad, but where I'm not okay with this. But nevertheless, the voice, the will of, nevertheless the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore Joab departed and went through all. Do you know how many people that died because of this? 70,000 persons died because of this. Because when they finished numbering Israel and brought the list, as he was just going through it, okay, God came and said, you were nobody when I picked you. You were keeping goats in the backside of the mountain. Now you now want to rule by the number of people you have. So you go to war by checking how much, because God can disseminate 126,000 army with 300 soldiers. In fact, sometimes you just think he will ambush the enemy and clear them. So you are now trying to check your military might. You want to know how many people you have, how much you have in the account to be able to prosecute the program. You are no longer checking my voice. He said, now I give you 3 options. Choose. Choose famine to torment you for 3 years, you and your people. Or I will allow you to suffer under the burdens of your enemy. Or allow me to deal with you myself. David said, don't be one of my enemies. Don't let me not fall into the hands of my enemies. Let me fall under the hands of the Lord. Because I know when you start dealing with me, you will have mercy. And you know what happened? God released the angel of judgment. The angel drew sword. In one night, 70,000 persons were slaughtered. The painful aspect of it, the man that caused it was still alive. Not one goat died in his house. So as the angel was now entering Jerusalem, and God sent an angel unto world to destroy it, and as he was destroying, the Lord beheaded, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed it, it is enough. Stay now thy hand. And the angel of the Lord stood by the threshing floor of Onan, the Jerusalem. As this angel was entering, David beheaded this angel. The guy was a prophet. He used to sing to the realm of the spirit. He saw the angel with the drawing sword. 70-something thousand have already died. And David lifted up his voice and said, God, why are you doing this? I'm the one who sinned. I am a household. Kill us. Why are you killing these innocent Israelites? Question. Why? And David lifted up his eyes and saw the angel of the Lord stand between the earth and the heaven. Have you seen this vision before? Anytime you see a vision with an angel with a drawn sword, God, the judgment of God has gone forth. Sometimes what we make that judgment not to come to pass is that you didn't speak. Then David and the elders who were clothed in sackcloth, they were mourning and praying, fell upon their faces. And David said unto the Lord, is it not I that commanded the people to be numbered? Even I, it is that have sinned again and done evil indeed. But as for this sheep, that's the people of Israel, what have they done? Let thy hand, I pray thee, O Lord of my God, be on me and on my father's house, but not on thy people, that they should be what? Plagued. They've not done anything. The next verse. Then the angel of the Lord commanded God to say to David that David should go up and set up an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of Onan, the Jerusalem. So I'm going to stop here. We'll continue understand. So that place that angel was, if you remember when in the days of Korah, when death was killing people too, that's killed in thousands, and Moses was praying. When he noticed that in his spirit that death has already begun, he said, Aaron, run. The plague has started already. And Aaron ran into the altar and filled his incense burner with incense and ran. As he was running, the death was killing people as it was coming. And he stood here with his burner. And where he stood was where death stopped. The Bible said, and he stood between the dead and the living. Priesthood is the most powerful thing any man can do with his life. Do you hear what I said? The most powerful thing. If you are studying to be a medical doctor or a pilot or a lawyer, don't remove priesthood. If you remove it, you have robbed yourself of the essence of carrying God. He stood. That place he stood. You see, some of you can stand, and that will be the last time diabetes traveled in that bloodline. That will be the last time arthritis travels in that bloodline. That will be the last time divorce traveled in that bloodline. That is the reason why you are here, and God has sent you to that family. There is a call on your life to stand where the plague should stay. Where you stand is where it stopped. He said, and Aaron stood between the dead and the living. That's where it stopped. People, thank God. Dead people with rotten bodies. In between them was a priest. That's why you don't play also with the ministry of your pastor. You don't make a mistake. Look at this one now. Okay, look at it. I'll show you the scripture. And Aaron took as Moses commanded and ran into the midst of the congregation, and behold, the plague was begun among the people, and he put on incense and made an atonement. Now this is prayer, and this is blood, and he stood between what? The dead. And what? What happened? What does it mean the plague was stayed? Where did it stop? Where Aaron stood to make atonement, where Aaron stood to make sacrifice, where Aaron stood to pray, where Aaron was praying was where the calamity stopped. So David, an angel was one who gave him this secret. You see that where that angel is standing in between the earth and with the sword. Go there and make sacrifice. Raise an altar so he will not cross there. And David went. When David got to that place, the woman, the guy that owned it, Arona said, take it for free. Are we not? You are saving all of us. David said, no, I will not offer to God. It will not work. If I don't pay anything for it, there is no sacrifice. If it's free, it's not sacrifice. It won't work. Satan is wise, because Satan came again and touched the heart of the guy. You will think that the guy was just being good. Take it free. Was it not what he did with Peter? Peter was just being good, telling Jesus, don't die. Did Peter know what he was saying? Who was talking? Satan, get thee behind me. Do you get it? So when Peter thought he was talking, it was him talking. He was saying, you shall not surely die. Stop that. No. Jesus said, this is Satan talking. He said, take it for free, sir. It's all yours. Don't pay anything. David said, no, I'm wiser now. I've made my mistake. I will not give to God what does not. Now, let me ask a question as I close.